Hey everybody, this is Jim the Tabletop Engineer and welcome to a new playthrough video. Today I'm playing Frostgrave. I am playing a scenario in my custom campaign solo called Transcend. The story is that my wizard is trying to make his visits to the frozen city more productive because he seeks transcendence, which is a rule in the core rules. I'm not going to go into that right now. It's just basically you give up the physical plane, you become so powerful, so knowledgeable that you can give up your physical existence and transcend. This scenario is called Three Sisters. This is the fourth scenario. As with the other three, the previous three, this will be available as a free download, so you're welcome to play along. You can modify it, make it harder, make it easier, whatever you want to do. I've gone ahead and set up the map, and let me give you the basic idea. There are 3 stone markers. 1, 2, and if I spin it around, well, I'm not sure if you'll see it or not, but there's a third one right here. These 3 markers form a triangle, and there are 3 specters. These are a new monster type that I created. They're ghostly apparitions. These are the 3 sisters. They are linked to one of these stones. I need to search within the area of the triangle for relics and other items related to transcendence, but I can't do that with them on patrol. They will attack, obviously, anyone within line of sight that they see. They can be defeated by magical weapons. Also, once you destroy one, you have to topple the marker, or they will return full health 3 rounds later. So you got to be willing to topple them. It's a fight move. You come in base contact with it, and you use your fight ability, and you need the target number is 12. For each additional ally warband member that you have in contact who uses their action to topple, you get +2. When you topple it, the specter cannot come back. You can topple it before the specter is destroyed, and what it does is it causes the specter to lose 5 health, and their fight drops by 2. Their normal fight is +3? Yeah. So they're still somewhat formidable, but you can damage them. All while this is happening, there is going to be random creatures. I've selected ice spiders as the choice for this game. At any given time, at the end of each turn, you will roll a d20. And on a 10 or higher, 2 will appear together at one of the 4 random corners. They will move randomly unless they are in line of sight of a warband member, or if a specter has line of sight, the specters can then telepathically control the spiders to send them in your direction. So that's going to be that. I don't know. This is the first time I've played it. I have done a similar game with rules like this before, and it was a little tricky. Now, once I defeat the 3 specters and the stones are toppled, I can search within this area. Each warband member that survives can search 1 time. You roll a d20. On a 15 or higher, you find a scroll. But on a 18 or higher, you find a relic called the Eye of Cullen, which you'll want to hold on to for later in the story. The wizard and the apprentice, they can search 3 times within the circle. After that, if you haven't found the relic, it's not here, and you got to leave, because the spiders are just going to keep coming no matter what, even if you've gotten rid of the specters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spin this around here, and I've already got my heroes set up on this thing. So the next thing I need to do is you can also place 2 treasure tokens randomly. First, it's going to be one of these 3 edges, and you roll randomly for that. So what I'll do is I'll roll a d6, and it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this first one will be on that one, and the second one will be on this one. And they have to be placed 8 inches from the center point in a random direction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spin this over here real quick. The first treasure token will start here at the midpoint, and then I'm going to move it 8 inches in a random direction, straight ahead. All right, well, that doesn't get much easier than that. So 8 inches, we'll put it right there. And then the other one was on this side, It was right here in the midpoint, and then I'm going to roll randomly, same sort of at an angle, but roughly the same, 8 inches in. And those treasure tokens can be picked up as normal treasure tokens if you have the time, if you have the manpower. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Now, when the game begins, there are no ice spiders. There are just the specters. But once the specters get vision on you, you better be ready to fight. I know the story. There's a story that goes along with this scenario, which you can read if you download it. But the specters, they don't want any trespassers. I'm aware of this, so my wizard does have a leg up in the sense that I came in not within view. I've snuck up. My scouts have sort of looked around and spotted them, and they know where they are. So I'm going to try to avoid them as long as possible. But remember, the ice spiders can show up at any edge. They can show up right here. And once they show up here, they have line of sight. But they will also alert the specters, who, remember, they're telepathically controlled. So if the spiders see you, they can see you. And if they see you, the spiders see you. So, all right, let's go ahead, and I'm going to group activate with my my wizard here. And I'm just going to roll this around here so you can see what I need to do. Let me see if I can do this. I think I'm going to move the camera at an angle here. And that way I can move it facing you, but I also can reach it. So there we go. All right, so here's my wizard. And by the way, with the last scenario, I got some funds. And with those funds, I upgraded my warband. I have 4 men-at-arms. No longer thugs. I've upgraded just a little bit. They're not super powerful, but they're a little bit more durable than thugs. I've got 4 of them. I have 2 archers, down from 3. I let one go, and I bought hired 2 rangers. Rangers can use a hand weapon, and they can use a bow. So they give you the long distance plus the in close fighting. So I've given my wizard and my apprentice one of each: a man-at-arms, an archer, and a ranger, and that leaves 2 men-at-arms free to move about. So let's go ahead and do a group activation. Part of me, if I move here and the spiders show up, I'm in trouble, but that's part of the game. So what I'm going to do is, before we group activate, I'm going to have them move. Now the specters move kind of slow. They're powerful, sort of powerful, but they're slow. They move 4. So they're ghostly, so they're sort of moving at you. I don't want to, I think I'm going to have to reveal myself pretty early. So let's go ahead and have these guys all move their 6. The ranger can move 7. The ranger in this case is my purple cloak here. Her name is Lustra. She can move 7, so I'm going to move her all the way here. And she has spotted the specter. This guy is my man-at-arms. I'll put him out front. And then my archer will move here. And my wizard will move right here to the side. Everybody can see them. So now it's time to hopefully attack. Now remember, none of my guys have a magic weapon, and you can only hurt them with a magic weapon. So the first thing I want to do is I want to give my man-at-arms an enchanted weapon, since he's going to be the one that encounters it first. I need to roll an 8. I rolled a 16. So he goes from, that is Merschel. He goes from +3 fight to +4, and I'm going to put an asterisk on him to indicate that he now has a magic weapon. That is a successful spell cast by my wizard, and the archer can't shoot, and the and the ranger can't shoot, because even if they hit, it's not a magic weapon. So that is the end of my turn. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do the exact same thing with my apprentice down here. Everybody's going to move 6 inches except for the ranger, which is this one. He can move 7, which puts him here. And I am still hidden from that that specter, which is good. Everyone else is going to move up 6, including the apprentice. And again, none of them, just I've got a good block here that he can't see. My apprentice is going to cast Enchant Weapon on the ranger. Oh, on the man-at-arms, excuse me. And this man-at-arms is her name is Allegan. She is she looks like a samurai. She's kind of a cool miniature I've incorporated. She is normally +3 fight. I am going to roll. I need to roll a 10 or higher. I rolled a 7. I will take 3 points of damage. Palak, my apprentice, goes from 15 down to 12, but it is a successful spell. And Allegan will go to a +4 fight with a magic weapon. And that is the end of the apprentice phase. Now it's the creature phase. All right, they will move. They won't trigger one another. If this one well, you know what? I didn't really answer that question. What happens if one sees you? Do the others rush to its aid? They're all going to you know what? When I was creating the scenario, my thinking was that they will not go too far from their own marker because they know that the marker can be destroyed and hurt them. So I will add to the rules that they can go no further than 10 inches from their own marker. That'll at least get them to the various edges, but it won't get them far enough to... Now you could get here. So I'll add that to the scenario. I'll add it somewhere in the rules before you can download it. They have a maximum range of 10 inches from their stone. But they will still move in that direction if they see me. So this one sees me. She will move 4 inches. That's her first move. And what did I do with it? 4 inches. And then 2 inches is 6. And believe it or not, that is almost here. Not quite. Not quite. So my guys are like, whoa. And this one over here will move 6 inches. And this one over here will move 6 inches. Now what this one may do, this one may actually spot me when it moves 4. Oh yeah, it spots me over here. And then it will move 2 inches in this direction. Now the good news is it cannot move more than 10, which means it'll get over here. I could stay out of range. 10 will get me all the way to here, but once I get to here, it's within range. So it can come at me. And then that is the phase or the creature phase. We don't have any spiders yet, and now it is a soldier phase. So I'm going to send each of my soldiers. I'm going to send one going, well, I want to send them both this way to protect my wizard. They will double move. They can normally move 6, so they will move 9. I will send Spear, who is Salif, here, and this one is Holpen. He will move here. I'm not going to engage just yet. Okay, now I roll to see if spiders appear. I roll this on a 10 or higher. A 16, not good. Okay, now I need to pick the side. So what I do is I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And this will always be relative to where I'm standing. So I'll always start on my left at the 9 o'clock position, and that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just so I don't have to keep repeating myself. All right, let's roll to see where these spiders appear. 11. Over here. They will appear. So 2 spiders appear here. And the bad news for me is they have line of sight to my apprentice and soldiers over here. So on the next turn, they will come at me. All right, it is now my turn. The wizard will cast. I'm going to group activate. I am going to first move everybody in. I'm going to group activate my 3 soldier types. So they will all move to surround the ghost or the specter. I'm going to, these 2 guys cannot move because you can only group activate 3. My wizard is going to cast enchant weapon on Holpen, and let's see what happens. I need an 8 or higher. I got a 10, so he is now +4, which is excellent. And now they will all attack. Now, they each are going to give each other +2 because of allies, but this game can sometimes surprise you. If the Spectre rolls a 20, one of my guys is going down. So I will be rolling blue throughout the game and green for the creatures. I'm going to have Holpen, who is right here, strike first. He is +4, and he gets +2/+2. So he's at +8 versus the Spectre's +3. I got a 2 to its 13, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. My 10 does not beat its 15. 15 versus 12 is 3 damage on Holpen. So he's down to 9. And he did not, he didn't get wounded, but that's what can happen in this game. All right, let's have Allegan. No, hold on. Let's have Merskell, who is this one. Mershel will attack. He also is +8 to the Spectre's +3. And there we go. I got a 10 to its 7. 10 plus 8 is 18. 18 minus its armor of 11 is 7. And its health is 11. Undead cannot get wounded, so it will not be wounded, but it is down to 4 health. And then I'm going to have to rush that thing and topple it. Okay, and that leaves Salif, my spear guy right here. He is normally plus. He's a man-at-arms, so he's +3 to fight, and he does not have a magic weapon, so he cannot strike. Oh, I forgot about that. And my wizard already cast a successful spell, and that is the end of my turn. Come over here to the apprentice. The apprentice will group activate. She will tell all of them to move up. These are not magical creatures, so I've got a ranger and an archer, which each can fire their bow, which is what I'm going to do. But before I do, I'm going to cast, for my apprentice, I'm going to cast Enchant Weapon on my bow guy. That's Colin. He is +2 shoot. I need to roll a 10 or higher. I rolled an 8. Man, I will take the 2 points. I'm down to 10 health out of 15. But the good news is he now is +3 shoot on his bow. And now they will all, well, most of them will attack. Who has the bow? The ranger has the bow. He has the bow. So this guy would have sat up a little further. All right. So bow guy will shoot at one of the spiders. The ice spiders, by the way, are, let me get to my notes. They are +1 fight. So it is going to be he's normally +2 shoot. Now he's at +3 shoot versus +1. +3 versus +1. I got an 11 to its 2. I win. 11 plus 3 is 14. 14 minus its armor of 8 is 6. It only has 4 health, and the spider goes down, which gets me an uncontrolled creature. My other archer, which is just my ranger, he is +2 to shoot. Actually, I hold on. I gave it to the wrong one. I gave it to Green Cloak, which should have been this one. This guy, I'll just say he shot. This guy is now Gris is +2 shoot. I gave it to the wrong one. Okay, +2 versus +1 on this spider. I got a 3 to its 13, and it dodges it. All right, that is it. I did cast a successful spell. So it is now the creature's turn. The spiders can move 6. This one will engage my Allegan, who is +4 to +1. I got a 4 to its 6. It got 7. I got 8. Its armor is 8, so no damage. But I will push it back an inch. When you win a battle, you can choose to push it back. The Spectre cannot get more than 10 inches, so it will move and it's ethereal, so it can move through solid objects. 10 inches would put it right here. I can shoot it with the magic weapon, and I can attack it with the magic weapon, but that puts them at risk. So she's just sitting there screaming at me, so we'll figure that out. All right, we come over here. This one has multiple targets. However, Holpern is the one that took damage. They will normally attack the weakest link, so he has 9 health. So the +2 ice, the +2 specter, a +3 specter will attack Halberd, who is +4. +3, my +4 versus its +3. Oh, and I do get the bonus, +2, +2, so I'm still at +8. +8 versus its +3. And I got an 18 to its 13. My 18 plus 8 is 26. That is enough to knock out this spirit. Knock it out because I'm going to put a counter on it over here. 1. It dies during this round. So after 3 rounds, when this gets up to 4, it can come back. So I got to topple that statue, or that marker right there. But this one over here can move 10 inches. So it will move all the way to here. And it is screaming at me. All right, that is it. Soldier phase. Well, I have 2 soldiers. I have this one and this one that did not activate this turn. Remember, all 3 of them did. Technically, he didn't because he didn't even fight. But I did say I was going to group activate, so he moved. So he did activate. These 2 can move. My ranger can move 7. So 7 plus 3.5 is 10.5. Which is more than enough to get to this statue. And my archer here, that's Gibless. 6 plus 3 is 9, and he can get here. Now, I did double move, so I cannot try to topple that statue this turn. You know what I should do? I'm going to make this change. I'm going to say as long as they're within 10 inches of a stone marker. That would allow her to link to this one and then still attack. I think that's a fair way to do it. You can sort of hold back and keep them at distance, but if you want to move in towards the markers, they're going to be able to attack. So this one will be able to reach over here pretty soon. But if I topple this, it's going to have to stay within 10 of that one or 10 of this one. Okay. When I created this scenario, I actually ran the combat portion of it as practice, and that never came up. I never thought about the distance it could move from the stone, but now I know. All right, that is the end of the soldier phase. It is now the end of the turn, so I roll to see if any spiders appear on a 10 or higher. They do not. All right, well, that's good for me. And it is now the wizard phase. Wizard is going to group activate with these. I'm going to try to take that one out. I'm going to tell them all, and they're all within 3 inches, so I can group activate. All of them will move up 6. Right here, right here, right here. The archer is the one, let's see, that is, not the archer, my ranger is, he does have +3. The halberd is +4. The only ranged weapon I have is this one, and it's a +3. He's now a +3 shoot. He could fire at that one, but before I do, I'm going to send my wizard up 6, and then I'm going to cast a spell. All right. So first thing I need to do is cast enchant weapon on. I already cast it on halberd, didn't I? Yep, I did. I forgot to star that he's got a starred weapon. So the only one that is not the spear, Salif does not have the magic weapon yet. So I will cast it on them. I need an 8. I got a 15. So good. So you're at +4, and you now have a magic weapon. So they are ready for this one. And I did get a successful spell. Double move. I'm going to double move them. I'm going to send them up just a little bit more to intercept the specter and protect my archer. I don't want my archer hit. Or my ranger, excuse me. Let's spin it around here. This is round 2, by the way. Well, I'll change that when it's the creature phase. So the spider, my apprentice will go. The apprentice, the only one that does not have a magic weapon right now is Gris, and even Luster doesn't have it. Oh, Luster doesn't. Okay. Gibless does. So I will cast it on Gris, the lime green cloak. He's +2 shoot. I need a 10 or higher. I got an 18. So he is now +3 to shoot with a magic weapon. And that is excellent. So he will shoot. He'll shoot the spider. Actually, should I shoot the maybe I should shoot the... I'm going to shoot at the specter. I mean, I might get lucky and take her out very quickly. I'm now +3 shoot versus the specter's +3 fight. It's even up. I got a 16 to its 11. Excellent. 16 plus 3 is 19. Minus 11 is 8. Health is 11. She's got 3 health left. And I did do good there. I'll have Allegan move up. +4 versus the spider's +1, was it? One of the things I forgot to do, and I'm going to try to remember before my next game, is to print out some monster cards. So I don't have to keep referencing them, but I think it's +1. +1. All right, so I am +4 versus +1. I'm blue. I got a 17 to its 14. 17 plus 4 is 21. 21 minus 10, minus 8 is 13. Yeah, killed the spider. All right. And that leaves my ranger, Green Cloak, who could shoot. I think I'll do it. I'll shoot at the, he's +4, or +3 versus +3. +3 versus +3. I'm blue. 5 to its 15, and it dodges. All right. So that is it for the apprentice phase, right? Did I cast? Yeah, I did cast a successful spell. So I've got 6 so far. That's good. And I'm going to move my apprentice up just a bit. I forgot to do that. All right, it is now the enemy phase. Now, this specter is definitely more than 10 inches away. But it will move behind here. It knows that they want to get up here, so it's gonna try to stay hidden until they get up here. This one will move to turn number 2. So remember, on turn number 4, it will come back, and then this one, oh yeah, this one can, as long as it's within 10 of another stone. So this one will move up. Halpern is my injured man-at-arms, so he will be the target. That is +3 versus my +6, because I have an ally. +3 versus my +6. I got a 3 to its 5, so at 8, it's unsuccessful. That is it for the enemy phase. Soldier phase. They activated during his turn. These are the only 2, so they will push. Now the way this works is you have to roll a fight. So so Lustra has a fight of +2, and she's got an ally to help her. So +4, and I'm looking to get a 12 or higher here. And I got a 5 + 4 is 9, not enough. That means Giblis here, who is +1 fight and gets the +2, is at +3. I still need a 12, and I got a 2. So they push and they push and they push, but they fail. All right, I am at 30 minutes, and I try to keep these videos under 30, so I will have to pick this up in the next episode. This is Jim the Tabletop Engineer. Thanks for joining me on this game of Frostgrave. It's my solo campaign called Transcend. You can check the video description below to download the rules, and I hope you'll join me in the next episode in about a week, and I'll pick right up where I left off. All right, everybody, take care.
Check out the new RPG and Wargame newsletter. Each week, the Tabletop Engineer shares news, products, Kickstarters, and much more related to the gaming hobby. It's free to subscribe, so check out the link in the video description below to sign up.